Okay, so we have to start with the last part of the chapter. I think we had already started in the previous class, that is the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Okay, so that's the last part that we have to cover. I'm sharing the PPT, and then after the completion of this topic, I have a Google form for all of you. You have to fill it. Okay, it's related to the chapter only. And then I have some sample paper questions also of this chapter. So we'll be discussing that. And from the next class, we would be starting with a new chapter. Okay, so I'm sharing the screen. I hope you all have your notebooks with you. Give me a second. I'll just share it. Uh, 1 second, huh? You just have to let me know if you are able to see the screen. I hope the screen is visible.
Mom, can I switch on my camera after 5 minutes?
Yeah, no problem, Jitesh. Is the screen visible, children?
Yes, mom.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am, your screen is visible.
okay. Okay, so in your school, like, did this chapter, how do organisms reproduce, has it been started or not?
No, ma'am, in my school it's not. We didn't get any bio classes yet. Plus, I
Okay,
was not going from few days, so I don't know.
okay, fine. Right. So let's start with this sexual reproduction in the flowering plants. We talked about a flower, that how you define flower in biology. Okay, so flower is a reproductive organ of a plant because it consists of the reproductive organs. Some flowers may have only one reproductive part, one reproductive organ, either male or female, or some flowers could have both of the reproductive organs in the same flower. Right. So, on the basis of the reproductive organs that are present in a flower, the flower is divided into two types. What are those? Unisexual, bisexual. So, just go with the name, go with the word, and you'll get the meaning. Uni means one, sexual means meaning the reproductive organ. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So, when the flower has only one reproductive organ, such flowers are known as unisexual. Okay, who has only one reproductive organ or part. And bisexual flowers are those flowers which can have two reproductive parts, two reproductive organs in the same flower. Okay, so you can write the examples also. So unisexual example, papaya. Bisexual, you can write the example as hibiscus, and there are many more. Okay, so do you want to write something from this slide? If you are writing, let me know.
Mom, have you given the detailed explanation in the upcoming slides?
Yes. But you can just write the definition. Reproductive flower is known as, because often students are not able to define flower. Okay, so you can just write like this and the types in short. Okay, shall I move?
Yes, mom.
Okay. Oh, now what we have in this slide. There is an emoji, a surprising emoji, what it could be. Okay, so it is because of this question. What is so special about hibiscus? This is not in your NCRT, just a fact. Okay, so hibiscus, scientific name of hibiscus is Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Okay, Did you know the name of, did you know the scientific name of the hibiscus earlier?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you can even write it if you want. This is the scientific name of hibiscus, Hibiscus rosa sinensis. See, whenever you are, see, there is a rule for writing the scientific names because you are studying biology, you should know it. Okay, we know that it's a basic thing which I'm teaching you, not in your NCRT for now, but because the word has come hibiscus rosa sinensis, so let me tell you, whenever you are writing a scientific name, the first word and the first letter of the first word, that is H, remains capital, and the second word and the first letter of the second word is in small. Got it? Whenever you are writing a scientific name, like for example, my name is Shruti Munga. Okay, so how do we write our names? The first name starts from the capital letter. Also, the second name also starts from the capital letter. Okay, but when we are writing the scientific names, so the first word will start with the capital letter, but the rest of the words, they all will be in the small letters. Okay, and either you write the entire scientific word in italics, or if you are not writing in italics, you need to underline it. Okay, you need to underline both the first as well as the second word. This is the basic rule for writing the scientific names, because if you write scientific names in the exam and you write it wrong, so your marks would be deducted. Okay, fine. I'm erasing it. So this was some basic thing. Huh. So what is so special about hibiscus? Hibiscus is full of vitamins and minerals, and it helps to strengthen the immune system because it has large levels of vitamin C in it. So that is why people usually consume hibiscus tea. Okay, because it is actually rich in vitamin C, and that is why it helps you to fight off the infection. So just a small fact about hibiscus, nothing to do with your NCRT for now. Moving on to next, a flower. The structure of a flower, the parts of a flower. In order to understand the entire process of sexual reproduction in a flower, we need to know the different parts of the flower. Okay, so let us start with the base. Okay, so anybody knows the different parts of a flower? Yes, Jiftesh.
So first is the petals which we see, and in the diagram is the red in color, followed by the filament, which is a thin structure, and on top of that is the anther.
Hmm.
I'm not sure of the term, but then is
Oh.
the top part, which is a male reproductive part, and
Hmm.
in the middle and in the center middle is the ovaries. Above that is a part where the pollen grains come and stick, and then
Hmm.
the male gamete
Hmm.
elongates themselves and meet the female gametes inside the ovaries. The
Hmm.
ovaries then develop into the hard covering, which then forms the seed, and
Hmm.
later on the stamen and the petals ripples off.
Hmm. 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 Right. Okay. Fine. Good, Jiftesh. Good attempt. So, okay, we are studying about the different parts of the flower. So, you know, like we have the, let me write it here. The basic parts, we have the petals. Okay, we have the sepals. Okay, okay, we have the male reproductive part, and we have the female reproductive part. Okay, basic four things. So, first of all, you need to see that this structure from which you, the part from which you actually hold a flower, okay, is known as stalk. Okay, the swollen part, the swollen part from which all the other parts of a flower are arising. Okay, this swollen part. Okay, this swollen part is known as the, oh, I'm giving you the arrows here, but I will give it to you later. Yeah, it is known as the receptacle, right? Now you can see small green leaf-like structures which are present at the base of the flower only. These are known as sepals. Okay, what do the sepals do? You know, when the flower is in the bud stage, okay, then the flower is, you must have seen a rose bud. Okay, so it is completely covered with green leaf-like structures. So basically, when the flower is in the bud stage, those sepals are actually protecting that small bud. Okay, and when the flower starts to bloom, those buds, they come like, they spread like this, and from between the flower emerges. So the role of sepal is to protect the flower when the flower is in the bud stage, right? Next, what you can see, this red color part, which is known as the petals, that attract insects for pollination. What is pollination? That we will be studying in the upcoming slides. Okay, now let's come to the reproductive parts of the flower, that is the male reproductive organ and the female reproductive organ. So I'm for now erasing whatever I have written because I need some space here. So the male reproductive part of a flower is known as stamen. First of all, you should know the name. That is known as the stamen, which comprises of two parts. What? Anther and filament. Where is it? Let us see. You can see this yellow lobe structures. These yellow, these are known as the anthers. Okay. And you can see a slender tube-like structure which is holding this anther. These are known as the filaments. Slender thread-like structures. So where is the male gamete formed in a flower? It is inside the anther. So the male gamete is formed inside the anther. Okay, right? Inside the anther there are pollen grains. Pollen grains are known as the pollen grains. I'm writing it here. Pollen grains are known as the male gametophyte. Gametophyte. There is a difference between male gamete and a male gametophyte. Gamete and gametophyte. What is gametophyte? Gametophyte is a structure which has a gamete in it. Okay. So you could say structure, gametophyte means structure which has a gamete in it. A gamete in it. Okay, so pollen grains are referred to as male gametophyte. Why? Because they are bearing a male gamete, right? So I hope you are clear with the male reproductive organ. The male reproductive organ of a flower is known as stamen, which consists of two parts, anther and filament. Filament is a slender thread-like structure which is holding the anther on the top. And anther contains pollen grains. Pollen grains are known as the male gametophyte. That means they are the structures which have the male gamete inside them. Okay, so this is about the male reproductive part. Are you writing something from this, or should I erase?
We'll just write.
Yeah, just write this gamete thing. I hope you all have done. Shall I erase, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let us talk about the female reproductive part of a plant, which is known as carpel or pistil, right? And further, the female reproductive part of the flower consists of three things. What are these? Stigma, style, ovary, right? So where is the carpel or the pistil? Here is it. Can, if you see, it's the top part is known as the stigma, which is actually known as the landing portion or landing part. Landing part for whom? Landing part for pollen grains. For pollen grains, because the pollen grains, they come and land over here on stigma. Okay, the stigma, from the stigma, you can see a tube-like structure running over here, which is known as style. Okay, so when the pollen grain lands over the stigma, the pollen tube starts to form, which runs inside the style. So basically, inside the style, there is a pollen tube which is carrying the pollen grains. And pollen grain has what? The male gamete, which is necessary for fertilization. Right, so stigma, the top part, landing portion, style, the tube-like structure which has pollen tube in it, which is carrying the pollen grains. Then you can see a oval shaped structure at the terminal end of the carpel, which is known as the ovary, right? And inside the ovary, what is present? Inside the ovary, very minute structures known as ovules are present. Okay, and ovule is what? Ovule is a female gametophyte, as in the structure which is bearing the female gamete, right? So the female gamete is here inside the ovule. Pollen tube is coming and bringing the pollen grains with it. Okay, and pollen grain we know has a male gamete in it. So the male gamete reaches the ovule. It gets an egg over here, female gamete. When the male and the female gamete, they meet up, fertilization will take place. And after fertilization, the end result is zygote. Zygote formation takes place. So what happens? What I told you, female reproductive part of a plant, which is known as carpel or pistil, consists of stigma, which is the landing portion for the landing part for the pollen grains. Right. So pollen grains, there are certain pollinating agents like birds, insects, which can carry the pollen grain. Okay, so they bring the pollen grain and the pollen grain come and land on the stigma. From the stigma, the pollen grain will enter the style. Basically, the pollen grain will start to form a pollen tube in which the pollen grains are coming. So the pollen grains finally reach the ovary. Inside the ovary, they reach the ovule, and where they meet up with the female gamete. Then the fertilization takes place and the zygote formation happens. You must have seen, oh, okay, shall I erase this? Okay, Jivtesh is giving a thumbs up. That means I should erase. Okay,
Yes, I can erase this one.
yeah, okay. 1 second, huh? Okay. So this is the sexual reproduction in the flowering plant because fertilization has taken place. That means sexual reproduction in the flower is completed. Okay, now what is the end result of the sexual reproduction? The ovules turned into seed. Ovules will convert into seed and converts into, sorry, ovary converts into fruit. That is why, you know, fruit, the other name for fruit is ripened ovary. Ripened ovary. Okay. And the other name for seed is ripened ovule. Okay. End result of sexual reproduction in flowering plant is that the ovaries, they convert into fruit. All the other parts of the flower that are petals and sepals, they fall off. The ovules turn into seed, and that is also known as the ripened ovule. Whereas the ovary gets formed into a fruit, and the fruit, the other name for the fruit is known as the ripened ovary. Okay. Have you written this? Please write it. You should write this. Let me know once you are done,
Well,
because
can you tell once again this part?
see, the sexual reproduction has happened. How it has happened? The male and the female gametes, they have met. So we say fertilization has occurred, and we know after fertilization, zygote formation takes place. Okay, fertilization happens, and the ovules, the end result of sexual reproduction in flowers is what? The ovules will convert into seed, and the ovaries turns up into a fruit. Okay, so the other name for the seed is ripened ovule, because from ovule only you are getting a seed. And the other name for fruit is ripened ovary, because from the ovary you are getting a fruit. Okay. Shall I erase it?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a small doubt.
No, ma'am, I'm
Ma'am,
just writing this.
Acha, you are writing. Okay.
ma'am, I have a small doubt.
Yes, yes.
You told that petals attract insects and other birds for the pollination. So, where exactly is the nectar found?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I was about to tell you this. Yes, inside the petals only, na, here, somewhat here, there is a gland named as nectary. Okay, nectary. And that nectary produces a nectar or a juice, sweet juice. Okay, because of which the insects get attracted. Okay, please live. Okay, uh so I have told you that there is a gland. I think about this gland, they have not mentioned in NCRT. Okay, so it's okay, you can mark it in your book also. You have this diagram in your book, I guess. Okay, so but in your book there has been no labeling of nectary. Okay, so you can label it like this: nectary is a gland. It's a gland, okay, which is secreting this sweet juice. So you can label it. I think you all have done it now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 1 second. Yes. Now shall I move to the next slide? Oh, before I move to the next slide, I have a very easy and a short assessment for all of you. Arrows will come up on the screen and you have to quickly tell me the name of the part. Very easy. Okay. So this arrow is,
Ma'am, it's stigma.
okay. So now Jivtesh has replied. Now Jivtesh, you will not reply. Okay. Good. Uh, good, Jivtesh. This arrow,
The style.
good. This arrow, without cheating. Okay, Hriday has replied. Okay, ovary, he's saying. Good. Fine. Next. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not moving. Yes. Now this, inside the ovary, what is there?
Ovules.
Good. Next. Quickly, quickly. What happened? This much time?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yes.
Ma'am, it's anther.
Good. Next.
Filament.
Good. Next. Yes, children.
Mom buttons.
Yes, Shiv. Oh, Shivansh, you are there in the class? I thought you are not present today.
Yes, mom.
All okay? You came late.
I'm a little sick, but I'm fine.
Sorry?
Mom, I'm a little sick, but I'm fine.
Oh, what happened? Fever?
Yes, mom.
Oh, okay. Get well soon. Yes. Uh, you were answering the question?
Yes, mom. Petals.
Petals. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, I need to cross it. Yes, good. Next. Quickly, quickly, quickly. In between the petals, what is there?
Nectary.
Good. This is what? Quickly.
Ma'am, nectar is in female ones, right? Not the male ones.
What?
Nectar is in which type of flowers?
No, it can be in every type of flower.
You said no, there were two types, bisexual and unisexual.
Yeah, it is there in both.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, which is this part?
Ma'am, is it staple?
Sepal, sepal,
Okay,
sepal.
staple.
Good. This is, I think you will take some time to remember the names. It's okay. Chalo, receptacle, I am telling it. And it is a stalk. Fine, good, everybody. Okay, so this we have already covered. It's okay. Now let us talk about the pollination. Right, what is pollination? Okay, what can you see from this diagram? Can you see the picture? There are two pictures shown. Anybody?
I can't see it.
Ma'am, the
Oh,
picture is too down towards the slide.
Yeah, we can only see half of it.
Yeah.
oh, can you see the labeling?
Like the only
It's
top
too
part
big,
of the
small one.
flower.
Okay.
The
Can you?
purple flower ones are small. We can't see it.
Yeah, that's okay. Can you see pollination written in the purple flower picture?
Yeah, we can see that above
Okay.
a butterfly.
Yeah, that's okay. And can you see the stigma, pollen, anther written in the red flower picture?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. Okay. That's all we require. Okay. So pollination is what, children? Pollination means transfer of, I'm writing it here. Oh, okay. Let me show you. 1 second. Transfer of pollen grains to stigma. Okay. Transfer of pollen grain to stigma. As you can see in this red flower picture, here is the anther shown, which has pollen grains in it. When the pollen grains, they get transferred to the stigma of the flower. That is known as pollination. Simple. The transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma of a flower is known as pollination. Now, the pollination can be of two types. What is it? Self-pollination, cross-pollination. Self-pollination means what? See, when the pollen grain is transferred to the stigma of the same flower, this red flower is a one flower only. If you see the picture, if you see this picture, if I ask you, is this picture showing self-pollination or cross-pollination? What you will say? You will say, ma'am, it is showing self-pollination. Why? Because the transfer is happening within the same flower. First thing. So see what it is written. Pollen is transferred to a stigma of the same flower, or now this will come in the this particular flower, it is of the self pollination type. Self pollination, when the pollen grains are transferred to the from the anther to the stigma. Okay, so first, the way it is written in the slide, like the flowchart form, and if you could make a rough diagram of this flower to show the pollination, then it is like well and good, and if not, then like it's completely your wish. Okay, so please quickly write this slide, then I will explain you the other part. Yes, children, give me a minute, 1 second. Yes, children, I'm sorry. Yeah, have you written? Okay. So self-pollination, when the pollen is transferred to a stigma of the same flower or another flower, but the plant is same. Okay. The plant is same. The plant is same, but one flower is here and one flower is here. Okay. This flower is A, this flower is B. And if the transfer is happening, but the plant is same, then also it is referred to as self-pollination. And what is cross-pollination? When the pollen grain reaches the stigma of a flower on a different plant. Now the plants are different. Suppose this is one plant, this is one plant. Here is a flower, here is a flower. And when the transfer is happening like this is cross-pollination. What I said, when it is having within the same flower, suppose when the transfer is happening like this in the same flower, Then also self-pollination, when it is happening between two different flowers, but the plant is same. Then also it is self-pollination. And what is cross? When the plant is also different, then it is known as cross-pollination. Okay. If you have written, this slide, just give me a thumbs up.
Mom, for the self pollination, can we simply define it like the self pollination is a process in which the pollen grains of from the anther of one plant is transferred to the stigma of the same plant.
Hmm. Huh, you
And
can. Hmm.
for the cross pollination, we can tell that the anther of one plant is transferred to the stigma of one flower is transferred to the stigma of another flower of the same plant.
For cross,
Yes,
plant are different.
I mean like flowers.
Huh, see, the entire plant on which the flower is born. Okay,
Yeah.
completely different plants.
Okay.
A plant, plant A, plant B. Plant A has
Okay.
flower, plant B has flowers.
Okay.
Now, if the crossing is happening between them, then it is cross pollination.
Okay.
And if the plant is same, but in this two flowers are there and in between the pollination is happening, then self pollination. But when the plants are different, cross pollination. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the definition about the self-pollination and the cross-pollination. I hope you have written this flowchart, so you need not to write this second slide. Okay. And you know what fertilization means. I've already told you, and how the sexual reproduction is happening in a flower. That also I have told you. Now tell me one thing. Okay, because the chapter has not been done in your school. So, because in your NCRT, I was going through it. So, double fertilization concept is not there. So, that is why I'm not covering it. But if by chance your ma'am teaches you this, then you can let me know. I will teach you then. Okay, but I don't think so. She will cover that because that is not there in your syllabus, double fertilization. Okay, so this is it. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants is finished. Okay. Children, now you tell me how many of you have gone through a document which I shared with you on WhatsApp, and the name of the document was the Combined Sample Papers of Biology from the year 2015 to 2023. Nobody downloaded it and nobody opened it.
Ma'am, I downloaded it, but then
Ma'am, it was open in my computer. I did not see it.
Okay, you did not see it. Okay. Okay, before one second, huh? You can write these points quickly in your notebook. Don't give the heading double fertilization. Don't give the heading double fertilization. No, no, no. Don't write this because otherwise it will be coming in double fertilization only. I hope you know it. So, stigma, pollen grains. I'm just quickly drawing a flowchart. Pollen grain will land on stigma. They will go in style, and inside pollen tube. Then they will go in the ovary, they will go in the ovule, and they will fertilize with an egg. If you want to write it, you can write it like this. This is the sexual reproduction in a flowering plant. A small flow chart. Okay, fertilizes with the egg, and I don't have space, so I'm making the arrow upwards. But if you have space, then you continue like this only. Formation of zygote. Is it fine or should I write it again? Or are you able to make it what I have written?
Ma'am, this is fertilization cycle, right?
Yes,
This
Garvit?
is this is fertilization cycle in plants.
Right.
Okay.
I can share one video also. This I have attached this video in this slide, but if I will open it, it will not play properly because I don't know what happens. Like I think my laptop has got full, like it's full in the memory, so the video stops in between. So what I will do is I can share this link in the class group so you can go through it for a visual representation how it happens. Okay. So after the class, I will share the link. You can go through the video for the visual uh, representation of the process.
Ma'am, in the ovule, what you have written on the side, fertilization of an egg.
No. I have written arrow inside the ovule. Basically, the pollen grains will be fertilizing with an egg. Na? So I have written fertilize with egg, arrow, formation of zygote. Inside the, it means that inside the ovules they are actually fertilizing with the female gamete, and then fertilization gets completed and zygote gets formed, and then the same thing, ovary turns up into a fruit and ovule into a seed. Written, everybody? Jivtesh, written? Jivtesh,
Yes, ma'am.
you are in which country right now?
India, but the background is something separate. So,
That is why I'm asking. I know you are in India, but like I was just asking. Okay, good. I hope everybody has done. Please let me know. Okay. Now I am sharing one Google form with everybody. Before I share a Google form with you all, I want to tell you something about the sample papers. Okay. So, children, the document which I had shared with you, please download it. Please keep it safe with you. Why I'm saying it? Because it contains all the sample papers from the year 2015 till 2023. Okay, so basically in on the CBSE website, the sample paper which is there, it has all the parts, na, physics, chemistry, bio. है ना? So what I have done is I have extracted the bio part from all the sample papers starting from 2015 till the current year. So I have extracted the bio part and I have made one separate document. So it took a lot of time, but I did it and I have done it chapter wise. Okay. So the document which I had shared with you, the CBSE sample paper document, it is of two chapters for now. That is life process and control and coordination. Okay. Today I have done the third chapter also. I have compiled the third chapter also. That is how do organisms reproduce. Okay. So after the class, I would be sharing the document of the reproduction chapter also, sample paper document. Now you tell me how many of you have gone through the sample papers? Not my document, I'm generally asking. How many of you have gone through the sample papers? Okay, good. Of which year? This year or previous years also?
both this year as well as previous year.
Previous year till which year?
I guess 2020 or 2019.
Fine. And what about others? Garvit, Shivansh, you all? What about you?
Ma'am, not yet. Ma'am, I was asking this one thing. In like board's examination, is there like certain chapters which will have more weightage and certain which will have less?
Yes.
So like, can you tell few chapters?
Yeah. I'll have to also go through it once. So let me, because I don't want to give you the wrong information. So let me go through it once, then I will let you know. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Shivansh, did you go through the sample papers till now?
No, mom, I'll be going through it today.
Okay, so I think this would really help you all. So please, biology, I have extracted the biology part from all the sample papers. Okay, now I'm giving you chapter wise. So for the first two chapters, I have already given you 2 days back, I think. And for this particular chapter, reproduction, I will give it to you today. And I have also attached the answers with it. Okay, so proper solution, it is a solved sample paper for you. Question is there, answer is also there with it. Okay, so now it is your task that you have to go through the sample paper thoroughly. Please do that. Okay, so now you don't have to do any struggle to go through the website and download it. No, I have done it for you. I have made a separate Word file. Okay, now your task is that you just have to read and go through it. Okay, fine, everybody. It will really help. It will really help. Okay, because you will see that many of the questions they were repeating. Okay, and what you get is what you get to know. You will get to know that, first thing, that you will get an idea how, like, which type of questions could come in exam. And my purpose of attaching the solution, also the answers to the question, is that you should know how to write the answer in the exam. You must be knowing the concept, but when it comes to writing the answer, then many students, they go blank, that what to write. Okay, so that is why I have also attached the answers with every question. Even now also, if we get time, I will share the document of I will share the sample paper of this chapter. But before that, I'm sharing a Google form link with all of you on the class group. Open that link, start attempting the answers, which are the questions are from this particular chapter only, and submit it. After that, I will share the sample paper document with you and we'll be discussing the question answers of this chapter. Fine. And you all have to uh, let me know that you have gone through the sample paper thoroughly. I want a reply. I'm not giving you a deadline, okay, but it would be good enough that you do it as soon as possible. So I'm not giving you a deadline, but you all have to go through it and you all have to drop me a message that, ma'am, I have gone through the sample paper. Okay, thumbs up. Okay, I am sending you a Google form link. Please do it right now. And please switch on your videos also, everybody. I have shared a Google form link with you. Open it and let me know. Yeah, now I have also given you the space to write your name. So please do write your name and start solving it. Don't cheat because it is the self-assessment only. Nobody is judging you. You just have to assess yourself, your progress in the chapter. Garvit and Ishan, they have not switched on their video. Please do it better.
I have some defect in my computer. Can I rejoin?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm done. Submit.
Submitted. Good. 1 second. Did you get the score also?
Yes, mom, I have it out and
Okay. But abhi rest of them are doing, so you can just message me your doubt.
Ma'am, in one of the question, it's sperm cells, or it's written germ cells actually. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yes, which among the following are not the function of testis? This one.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so no, formation germ cell means what? Germ cell means sex cells. It's the same thing.
Okay.
I'm done. I have a doubt. I can type in the first. You're on mute if you're speaking anything.
Okay, Jiftesh, got your reply. Oh, message, sorry. Wait, let others also complete, then I will come to this, okay? Let me know if all of you have submitted so that we can see to it. Hriday, what you have doubt in this question number 12? Please tell me. Like you can message me. Okay, 18 also I got it. I think everybody has some doubt in this question. Which among the following is a unicellular organism that reproduces by budding? So I will come to this. And what else you are saying? Last question.
Ma'am, I have doubt in the planaria worm question.
Okay. So first tell me that has everybody submitted it or not so that we can see the questions. Uh, Garvit, you have submitted, right? Hriday, Ishan, did you submit the test?
Yes, ma'am.
Jivtesh has submitted, Shivansh has submitted. Garvit, did you?
Yes, ma'am, just now submitted.
Okay, so everybody has submitted. Okay, fine. Fine. Let us now discuss the question. Okay. Question 1, quickly. The correct answer is, tell me. You will tell me.
Ma'am, B, the multiple fission.
Exactly. Very direct question. Okay. You all open the form on your phones, everybody, because I'm not reading the entire question. Okay. So I'll just tell you the number of the question. Question number 2. Who left the class? Hriday. Oh, okay. Fine. Second question. Answer quickly.
Mom, it is leaf
Okay. Question 3. Spirogyra 1. What is the answer?
fragmentation.
Okay. Fourth. Fourth.
Mom, is it bisexual?
Fifth.
Uh, carpels?
Good. Sixth.
Ovulation?
Ovulation. Seventh.
Fallopian tube.
Yes. Eighth.
Then condoms?
Okay. Ninth.
Formation of sperms?
Okay. Tenth.
1 and 2.
Uh,
I mean, sorry, 1 and 4, 1 and 4.
it involves only one parent and okay. Next.
PQRNS.
Okay, so Garvit has a doubt. Who will clear Garvit's doubt?
Um, for this question, PQRS.
Yes, yes.
I can try.
Okay.
So what exactly is this doubt?
Garvit, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, yes. Jiftesh.
So what is your doubt?
Okay, yes, Garvit, what is your doubt?
I'm like, I did not understand this question. First about the
Okay,
planaria worm and then the other parts.
okay. Who can explain this question to Garvit?
So like I can try, but
Yeah.
then I just understood.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's like a worm who can reproduce itself into many parts if you cut in any direction. So,
Hmm.
according to the question, two worms of same type, P and Q, are cut. One is vertically and one is horizontally, as it can grow in any direction. So, for the P, only the head is taken, and for the Q, only the half is taken. So, as it is made up of completely dividing cells, so anywhere you cut it, it will start to grow, or it
Hmm.
will cover the parts.
Hmm. So that is why all the parts will regrow. Basically, Garvit, planaria is a flat worm, okay, which has the ability to regenerate its lost body parts. So they have just given you that there are like planaria worms. So they have given you as PQRS as the parts, and they have told you that, if you like, what is it written? That one is cut horizontally from the middle into two parts, P and Q. Okay, so what will happen? The part P contains the whole head. So if you are, it's a worm, okay, it's a worm. You are cutting it horizontally, right? You are cutting it horizontally. Horizontally means like this. Okay, so now the P part, like it has the complete head. Okay, complete head it has. Now if you are seeing another planaria, the another planaria, you are cutting it vertically. Vertically means like this. So vertically means you are cutting like this. So you will obtain left part and the right part of the planaria. So the left part will be having half head and the right part will also be having the half head. So what happens? All the parts will regenerate. All the parts will regrow. PQRS. So the correct option for this question would be PQRS. Got it?
Okay, ma'am, I got it.
Yeah. Okay, quickly, next question. Which among the following are not the functions of testis at puberty? Quickly.
Ma'am, it's 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Right. Okay, next question. Function performed by ovary?
All of the above.
Yes. Sterilization method?
Uh, Vasectomy and tubal sterilization.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Tubectomy
what
is
is like UID? Sorry,
intrauterine
IUD?
intrauterine devices. The devices which are fitted into the uterus of the female as a contraceptive method. Okay.
Okay.
Tubectomy is carried out by blocking the
Oviduct.
variations occur as a result of
Sexual
Reproduction.
reproduction.
Yeah,
huh,
sexual reproduction.
AIDS is sexually transmitted disease.
Virus.
Okay, now this question. See, that is why I tell you to read the question very carefully. Okay, the question says which among the following is a unicellular organism that reproduces by budding. Now, what we have studied that budding occurs in Hydra also, and budding occurs in yeast also. Right? We know this, that budding is happening in both of these organisms. So now you must be wondering that, ma'am, why can Hydra not be the answer? So if you
Yes.
read the question again, the question says, which among the following is a unicellular organism? Hydra is not a unicellular organism. It is performing budding, but it is not a unicellular, it is a multicellular organism. And yeast is a unicellular organism and doing budding. So the correct option is yeast. So you see, you have to read the question very carefully, right? Okay. Got it, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Who answered this question correctly? Is there anyone who answered this question correctly? No one? Okay, fine. No problem. Next question quickly. Which among the following statements are true for unisexual flowers?
2, 3, and 4.
They possess both stamen. Ah, oh, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Okay, 2, 3, 4. They possess either stamen, exhibit cross-pollination. Unisexual flowers possessing only stamens cannot produce. Okay. Last question.
Ma'am, last one is continue the species generations after generations.
True.
Yes, ma'am.
True. So how much you have scored? Shivansha scored 19. And Ishan, how much you scored?
Ma'am, I got 13.
Oh, why so? Where your marks got deducted? Chalo, I will see. I will see. I will form the Excel sheet out of it. Okay. Jivdesh,
Ma'am, like I have submitted 2 forms. I don't know like why or how. So the name, the form with my surname is the original one.
fine. Okay. 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 Fine. Okay. Uh, now I think one more thing. Let me show you that. I'm sharing a Word file document to show you the combined sample paper of this chapter. Okay. Here is it. Let me know if you can see the screen. Children, can you see the screen? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See the first question. Who can tell me the answer of this first question? A farmer wants to grow banana plants genetically similar enough to the plants already available in his field.
Ma'am,
Which one of the following method would you suggest for this purpose?
Ma'am, vegetative propagation.
Yes,
ma'am,
exactly.
regeneration is not a valid process, right?
Valid as in
Like, it's not a process which is like happens.
in actual.
Yeah.
No, it does happen. Find out the examples.
Okay.
Yeah, it does happen. Okay, and if you're not able to find out, let me know. Okay, fine. Second question. Give an example of a flower which contains both stamens and carpels. Very simple. Very simple question. Who can tell me the answer of this question? These are your sample paper questions. Let me tell you this. And this one, the first question is, I think, from the latest Recent sample paper. That is the sample paper of the year 2023-24. Okay. Example of the flower which contains both stamens and carpels. Easy. Hibiscus.
Okay.
Okay.
And for
List.
regeneration, will it be rose?
No. No.
Ma'am, it's written the several trees are cut at the bottom. After some time, sprouts appear at the margin of the stump and they develop into new leaves and flowers.
Is it showing as an example of regeneration? Who can give me the example of regeneration?
Ma'am, Spirogyra.
Spirogyra. How? Can you
Oh,
explain?
sorry,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it's Spirogyra is
Planaria,
Ma'am,
fine.
it's
sorry.
given Hydra example.
And who else?
Ma'am, Planaria. I'm sorry, I
Right.
said Spirogyra.
Yeah, I got it. That is why I was asking how. Worms are there, certain flatworms are there, which can regrow their part. What else you can tell me about regeneration? Anybody else?
Ma'am, Hydra is an example as well, right?
Hydra.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it can be. It can be.
Ma'am, so do all budding plants come under regeneration?
No, not all.
Okay.
Not all. And Hriday, how come you are speaking now?
Ma'am,
I
I
heard.
joined from my phone. I was having problems with my PC.
Oh, okay. I heard your voice after, I think, for the first time.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, right. Question number 3. List 2 secondary sexual characters of males that are different from females. I think everybody can do this question. Right? Now, question number 4. Give reason for the statement. Since the ovary releases one egg every month, the uterus also prepares itself every month by making its lining thick and spongy. Who will answer this question to me? Yes, Jitesh?
So like every month the ovaries produce an egg. So the hormone, I don't remember the name of the hormone. It activates the lining of the uterus to become thick and spongy, so that if the egg is fertilized by the coming of sperm with the contact of the egg, then it requires the uterus wall to be spongy so that the zygote can completely develop into the fetus.
Okay, you are, I got, like, I'm getting what you are trying to say, but you need to just work a bit with your words and sentences. I got to know, like, I got that what you are saying, what you want to say, but you have to slightly modify your sentence. Okay, so you can write that implantation, for in order for the implantation to take place, so that the zygote which has been developed, which has been formed as a result of fertilization, it, if it want, like, it is, the lining becomes thick so that the zygote can implant in the wall of the uterus, attach in the wall of the uterus, so that the remaining development can take place. Okay. Okay, children. So what I'm doing is, because the time is, or 1 second. Yeah, time is almost over. So what I'm doing is, children, I am sharing this document of this chapter with you. Okay, so that you can go through it. I hope everybody got to know that what I have sent you, and you don't have any confusion in this. Is everybody clear what I have sent you? What I have sent you? What I am sending you? What I am telling you to
So
read? Hmm.
like you have sent the sample papers of the
Yes.
past years
Yes.
from 2015 to 23, and we have to read that.
Yes. And I am sending you chapter wise. So the previous document was from the chapter life process and control coordination. And now the upcoming one, the one which I shared with you on the screen, this is of how do organisms reproduce. Okay. So now we will be left with only the two chapters, that is heredity and our environment, that I will send later. Clear everybody? Clear everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, mom.
Okay, so go through it. It will really help you and you'll gain confidence in your chapters. And still you find any problem, I'm there. Okay? And I want confirmation from each one of you that, ma'am, I have gone through the sample paper of life process and control coordination, and same with how do organisms reproduce. Okay? Now, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care. Garvit, do you have any doubt? Hello, Garvit, can you hear me? Garvit, can you hear me?